Then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in the sky, and then all the tribes of the earth will mourn and beat their breasts and lament in anguish. And they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory, in brilliancy and splendor. And he will send out his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect, his chosen ones, from the four winds, even from one end of the universe to the other. That's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 30 and 31. This is the Amplified Bible that I just read that scripture from. It's a good book, good version of the Bible to study. The King James version of that same verse, verse 31 says, from one end of heaven to the other, as opposed to one end of the universe to the other. But whatever the case may be, that seems to, without a doubt, I say seems, but it does suggest that there's extraterrestrial life out there beyond our current existence on planet Earth. So, not only that, but there's people out there that are considered God's elect or other beings. I don't know if they're humanoids or what, but other beings that are called the elect that God is going to rescue when the time comes. So it makes me wonder. So there has to be other realms and other planets where other beings exist. And I wonder, do these other beings have their own versions of the Adam and Eve story, or even Cain and Abel, or Noah, with the great flood? Could they have experienced worldly destruction by way of a flood in all these other different areas of the universe? Um, do they have a father of all nations on each of these different planets, like Abram, who became Abraham, and was there a Hercules type being in these different realms, like Samson in our Bible, who slew 1,000 alien Philistines? And what about Moses? Do all these different peoples and worlds have their own version of Moses? Interesting. Moses the deliverer. And then, last but not least, what about the Messiah? Were these people in all these other realms, these beings or aliens or whatever they are, were they of sinful nature just like us? I guess that verse seems to suggest that it is so, because other elect are being gathered, right? Kind of interesting. Interesting food for thought. And here's something really, really interesting. I wonder if it's actually talking about other beings and whatnot. And if it is, what about in the book of Revelations when it talks about the chosen 144,000? Does that mean that it's 144,000 total from one end of the universe to the other? And basically, not just planet Earth. So the people chosen from planet Earth might be even less than what we thought, people that get delivered. Will heaven be like a smorgasbord of aliens and beings, kind of like what you see on the Star Trek episodes? All these different types of beings all gathered in one place, and now they're living together in harmony Interesting. Or could it be that that particular verse, which is obviously a prophecy, could it be talking about just humans, period, like thousands and thousands of years in the future? Maybe humans have mastered the way of interplanetary travel, and they colonized other planets from one end of the universe to the other. I mean, that'll probably be a long time from now, I'm pretty sure, but could it be talking about that humans spreading and populating throughout the universe some kind of way, and which would still minimize the number of people selected from this planet, unless this planet, you know, somehow becomes uninhibited. But anyway, just food for thought. I usually try to come at you with a lesson of some sort, but this time I had more questions, I suppose. Um, I was just curious about that verse. If you think about the whole thing about aliens and extraterrestrial beings, there's a new wave, a new belief system that is on the rise, and it's people believe in alien races. I mean, life outside of planet Earth, and hey, there it is, right there in the Bible. I mean, if you don't believe in extraterrestrial life, then it's there in the book. But still, it makes you wonder as far as the elect of God, who's really to be chosen. And did they all have their own, these different alien planets or whatever, that these peoples or beings that are out there? Did they all have their own particular version of Jesus? Or did the Jesus that we believe that we know, the Messiah, excuse me, the Messiah that we believe that we know, Christ, did he travel to all these different planets and places and realms to deliver the message of the gospel? Wonder. I wonder. Anyway, um, that's all. I just had more questions and curiosities. I didn't have a lesson for y'all today, but I'll get back on track with a lesson in the very, very near future. In the meantime, uh, subscribe to the Spiritology television network. My name is Dario Thomas, as a lot of you already know, and I am the author of The Power of Spiritology. The Power of Spiritology by Dario Thomas. It's on sale at Amazon.com. Check it out. It can truly be beneficial to help you raise your spiritual vibration, and also help you to live a decent, prosperous, successful life while you're here on earth. It's a good, pretty good self help book, spiritually, mentally, um, worldly. It covers every angle and of human life. So check out the book, The Power of Spiritology by Dario Thomas, on sale at Amazon.com. Subscribe to the Spiritology Television Network. Thank you for listening. God bless.